Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa shocked the world when they announced on January 12, 2022, that they would be going their separate ways after 4 years of marriage. In a joint statement, the Hollywood power couple explained that they still had love between them, but they were freeing each other to, quote, be who we are learning to become. The couple first met in 2004, and they appeared to be perfect for each other. Jason never hesitated to talk about how much he loved Lisa, and vice versa. Jason formed a tight bond with Lisa's daughter, Zoe Kravitz, and he and Lisa's ex-husband, Lenny Kravitz, wore matching friendship rings. They were the perfect blended family. But looking back on their romance, there were definitely some serious red flags that many of us ignored. Before we get started, don't forget to grab something to eat at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of barbecue brisket beef jerky, buffalo wing popcorn, and green apple licorice. Okay, now let's get into today's video. Prior to meeting Lisa, Jason was in a long-term relationship with Australian actress Simone Jade McKinnon. They met on the set of Baywatch, Hawaii, back in 1999 when Jason was 19 and Simone was 26. According to the Herald Sun, Simone was the breadwinner in their relationship and paid all the bills up until Jason snagged a full-time job on the 2004 sitcom North Shore. He proposed to Simone in 2004, and they set a wedding date for sometime in 2007. However, it was clear Jason wasn't ready to settle down. During an interview with Men's Health, he said he wasted a lot of time in his younger years by being reckless and, quote, a bit out of control. When mutual friends introduced Jason to Lisa at a jazz club in 2004, his fiancée Simone was the furthest thing from his mind. During a television appearance, Jason said he grew up watching Lisa play the role of Denise Huxtable.
Ever since I was like 8 years old and I saw her on the TV, and I was like, Mommy, I want that one.
So when he came face to face with his dream girl, he felt fireworks throughout his body. Lisa gave him a ride home on the night they first met, and Jason told the Late Late Show they stopped at a cafe. When Lisa ordered a Guinness, which just so happened to be his favorite beer, he said he fell in love with her right then and there. Lisa told Porter Edit that love came at them quickly, and they were together ever since the first day they met. But according to his fiancée Simone, he didn't call off their engagement until December 2006, which was 2 years after he met Lisa. So was Jason juggling 2 relationships at the same time? It sure sounds like it. To make matters worse, in the summer of 2007, Simone found out through the press that Lisa was pregnant. Lisa gave birth to her daughter, Lola Ayalani, in July 2007. So let's do the math. Jason dumped Simone in December 2006, and Lisa gave birth to their daughter 7 months later. There's definitely some overlap in that timeline. A second child, a baby boy named Nakoa Wolf, was born in October 2008, and Jason said fatherhood completely changed his life for the better. At a 2013 party in Beverly Hills, Jason was spotted embracing and sharing a kiss on the cheek with a mystery woman. The woman was later identified as Simone. Yep, his ex-fiancée. An onlooker told Daily Mail that Jason and Simone were still friends, even though he brutally dumped her 7 years prior. He and Simone looked very comfortable in the photos, but most people brushed off the incident like it was no big deal. Lisa is still very close to her ex-husband, rocker Lenny Kravitz, but that's a totally different situation because they were married and they share a child together, actress Zoe Kravitz. Jason and Simone, on the other hand, are just exes. Friendly exes, apparently. But something tells us Lisa didn't mind when those pictures hit the internet because Simone was the least of her worries. We'll get into that in a bit. Although Jason referred to Lisa as his wife in several interviews, they didn't actually get married until October 2017, 13 years after they first met. They both seemed ecstatic about the new phase of their lives, although Jason said they were always committed to each other without having to legalize things. But what took them so long to say, "I do"? We're not sure, but a 2002 study showed that couples who take more than 4 years to get married are usually hesitating for a good reason. A research analysis added, or they feel pressured to enter marriage with someone they aren't entirely compatible with because they have been dating for so long. Shortly after getting married, some old comments Jason made had resurfaced. The footage, which dated back to a 2011 Comic-Con convention, showed Jason talking about the extreme acts he can get away with while filming sci-fi and fantasy projects. During the panel discussion, Jason said, "I love that genre because there are so many things you can do, like rip someone's tongue out of their throat." And then he stated he could also get away with taking advantage of beautiful women.
You could see in the audience, people have that nervous laugh. The panel seemed very embarrassed by his comment. Here's a tip, never joke about rape.
After the internet ripped him a new one, Jason apologized in a written statement. He called his joke distasteful and said, "I am still severely disappointed in myself at the insensitivity of my remarks that day. I know my sincerest apology now won't take away those hurtful words." Some people accepted his apology while others began to look at him differently. Some even claimed that if he could allow those kinds of words to even come out of his mouth, then he needed to stay far away from a queen like Lisa. In 2021, Jason shared pictures of himself and his Game of Thrones co-star Emilia Clarke. One image shows Jason sweeping Emilia off her feet, and another photo shows Emilia sitting on his lap. In an Instagram caption, Jason called Emilia the moon of his life. He added, "You are wonderful. Love you forever." Sources state Jason only appeared in 11 episodes of Game of Thrones as the character Khal Drogo. However, it's clear he still had plenty of time to form a deep bond with Emilia. Would any wife be okay with another woman sitting on her husband's lap? And was Lisa supposed to turn a blind eye to Jason saying he would love Emilia forever? At this point, fans of the couple knew he had crossed the line, but many people held out hope that things in their marriage were still intact. Although it's unclear if there was something scandalous going on between Jason and Emilia, the writing was on the wall that Lisa and Jason's relationship was definitely headed toward a breakup. In November 2021, a gossip website claimed Jason's reputation as a heartthrob was rubbing Lisa the wrong way. An insider stated Jason was getting hit on everywhere he went, and a lot of women were being very aggressive in a quest to get closer to him. Because Jason was reportedly gone for most of the year to film various projects, the source claimed Lisa gave him a curfew while he was away and required him to FaceTime her at regular intervals. The source added, "And when she calls, he has to answer right away or have a very good reason why not." Despite Lisa putting these strict rules in place, the insider claimed their marriage was solid. But now we know that wasn't necessarily the case, because they announced their breakup a little over a year after this rumor made headlines. A 12-year age difference isn't too extreme, but in the case of Lisa and Jason, it might have been a sign that their relationship was doomed from the start, with Jason being 42 and Lisa being 54 as of this video. During public appearances, Jason is playful, with high energy and a boyish nature. Lisa, on the other hand, is more subdued. They say opposites attract, but to a lot of people, the differences in their personalities pointed to signs of incompatibility. Studies have also shown that couples who have a 10-year age difference have a 39% chance of divorcing. And why is this? Well, researchers concluded that couples with a large age gap come from different generations, which weakens the foundation of marriage. People closer in age tend to share similar cultural reference points and life experiences, and will go through life milestones at the same time, which makes their marriage stronger in the long run. Despite the grim outlook, recent studies shared by Today.com suggest that a rising number of younger men are still seeking out older women, and vice versa. However, many women who date younger men tend to worry that their partners will eventually move on and find someone younger. Many people think this is the true cause of Jason and Lisa's breakup. Despite all the signs, we never thought that things between Lisa and Jason would end this way. We wish the best for them and their family as they transition into this new period of their lives. Let us know your thoughts on Lisa and Jason's breakup. And thanks for watching RRG.